What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about 9 mega cap stocks in this video. But before we get started, please hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated and that really helps out with YouTube algorithm. And if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, 3 days of live trading in my Discord, definitely check out the Patreon. I'll leave a link down below in the description. And if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing. And now let's get right into it, guys. On AMD stock, it's up 0.44%, but overall AMD stock is down big time from 132 down to under 100 on Friday. Now, I talked about it in my video on Thursday, and even before that, you're going to see AMD down here around flat 100, and finally we got that. AMD went under 100. And then we saw that bounce, and why? This is a big level of support right here on AMD. We saw a dead cat bounce from the support, but this is gonna be critical for AMD, guys. 100 right here needs to hold. If not, you're going to see a lot more downside, all the way down to $89. Now to the upside, yes, there is a possibility this could be a correction on AMD. And now 100 can hold. You could see a move back up to 105.47. And only if that breaks, you're going to see 108 on AMD. And I think that is enough upside for next week on AMD stock, especially for 100. But somehow AMD breaks above 108, then we have resistance at 109.82, 112, and then the gap above 115.49. On Google stock, is up slightly on the day, 0.21%. And once again, Google stock coming down and getting a flush under 130. But at the end, Google again getting up over 130 and holding that as a support into closing. So Google, yes, we saw that fake breakout, and still, guys, it's not out of the woods. We could see a big move on Google stock. I just don't know if we are going to see that to the upside or to the downside, but given the fact that we got all these gaps, yes, possibilities are more to the downside. So Google stock breaks under 130. We do have supported 127.39, lower Bollinger Band on this daily chart, and just below that 125.76, rising red line 50 SMA, and then the gap below 123.69, and not to mention we also have gaps below this one, 121.30, 118.23, 113.51. Google stock can hold 130. You're going to see a push up to 133 to 134. On Amazon stock, it's up 1% on Friday, and Amazon got very close to closing this gap. Actually got down to 130.58, but not closing this gap around 129.84. Now it's not out of the woods yet. And if you look at my screen, there is still a chance Amazon can come down here and close this gap 129.84. So keep an eye on that. We do have support just above that 132, rising red line 50 SMA, and then the gap below just under 130. To the upside, only way up for Amazon, breaking above 133.91, and then you're going to see a push up to 135.46, white line 20 SMA, and above that, this is gonna be where you're going to see a bull breakout on Amazon above 138. And here's my Twitter/X account. And if you're on there, definitely give me a follow. And I do not charge anything. You do not have to go through any subscription unless you want to join my Patreon. And that is the way you can support this channel. Now, I do post a lot of things, like all my videos are coming out right here. And then some of my plays that I take and I share with my Patreon group. And as you can see, I did not share the big ones from Friday. SPX, SPY, and also Netflix. Also, I got some right here, and that was Nvda going short right at opening on Thursday. Now, I also post weekly, daily expected moves, so you do get a lot more information right here on X. Definitely check it out, guys. On Apple stock, it's up 1.26%, and Friday Apple stock came down to 176. And as you can see, dip buyers buying up the dip and pushing the price higher, and now holding above we do have strong support here, guys. 176 to 177 to even 178 right here. We got all these moving averages right here around 177 to 178. So Apple stock breaks below 176. That is when you're going to see a lot more selling, possibly back down to 170 and then the gap below 167. Now above 177 to 178, we got all these moving averages right here. Apple can find support. And if this thing finds support going into next week, you're going to see a push up to 180 and then to retest finally white line 20 SMA 181 and above that 183. On Microsoft, it's up close to 1% on Friday, coming down to 318.80, going back up and now holding 320 as a support, and that is a big level to watch going into next week on Monday. Now, things to point out on Microsoft, again getting rejected by this negatively sloping 20 SMA on this daily chart, that needs to break, and that is around 325. Above 325, you could see a quick trip all the way up to right here 334 to even 339 on Microsoft. Below 320, guys, watch out for a move down to 313.91, or I would say 314. And if that gives up, quick trip down to 310 to 311 right here. That is also possible on Microsoft. On Meta, it's down 0.44%, and Meta coming down to 276 exactly, and then going back up, holding that as a support. But look at this candle and look at this dip buying, guys. So a lot of strength here for the bulls to buy this dip on Meta and pushing the price over again and not letting it go below 276. They know the risk. This thing goes below 276, there could be a flush all the way down to 248 or even lower because we have a massive gap down here around 214. Now next week, same support 276, a key level on Meta, and to the upside you want to see Meta above 288 to 290, and only if that happens you're going to see a quick trip back up to right here 298 to 300. On Tesla stock, it's up 3.72%, and Tesla could be flagging right here, but Tesla not out of the woods yet. You want to see a confirmation on Tesla? Tesla needs to break 241.51 white line 20 SMA. I would say 242, guys. Tesla needs to break 242, then needs to hold here on Tesla above this white line 20 SMA, and that would be a bull breakout for a move all the way up to 257 and then 262. Now Tesla can come up here around 242 and still can get rejected from here and goes right back down to close this gap all the way down here at 217. So do not get overly bullish on Tesla until we get that breakout above 242. As a support, we do have strong support at 233, and if that gives up, a quick trip all the way down to 217.58 to close this gap, that is possible, and along the way we do have support around 220. On Netflix is up 2.24%, and Friday again this thing paid. Puts went over 200%. Now if you look at my screen, we opened at 412 and this thing got up to 417, and that is where I got in with 410 puts. And the rest you can see right here on my screen. Low for the day 407, going in the money, over the money, and it was 200%, over 200% on Netflix. Now as you can see, on Friday, again holding 406 as a support, and now it's trading above blue line 5 SMA 414. So on a pullback, Monday you want to watch 414, 406, 400, and then 396 right here, weekly 20 SMA on this daily chart. And so far, this level right here that is holding on Netflix, any pullback you see, it's getting close to white line 20 SMA, massive bounce. Same thing here, going under and then coming back up, turning into a bull flag right here, and then the next big move all the way up to 485. To the upside, on this daily chart, you want to see Netflix above 419. And if that happens, watch out for a move up to white line 20 SMA, 423.80 to 431 to even 444 on Netflix. On Nvidia, stock is down 2.43%. It was down even more on Friday, I think over 4%. And then it did recover some of the losses at the end. It was getting oversold on shorter time frame, like 15, 30 minutes. So we saw that, relief rally to the upside from 450. Now, if you look at it, guys, Nvidia gave away nothing from earnings. We had this massive run up from almost 400 up to 502. And after the earnings, it was at 519. So that was a massive move. Only gave away what? 40-50 bucks from this run up, not from this mega gain right here. So Nvidia now, would I be chasing and buying Nvidia here? There is no way, absolutely no way buying, chasing Nvidia at this level. Now, if you want to play a short-term bounce on Nvidia, watch out for this move down here to this gap 435.78. That would be a play that I could possibly play on the stock. Until then, I'm not going to touch, even if this thing gets back up and starts running back up to 485 to even 500. So Nvidia, guys, watch next week on Monday. We have support down here 446.67. Below that, this gap 435.78. To the upside, Nvidia now needs to break 465, I would say 466 blue line 5 SMA, and only if that happens, you're going to see Nvidia retesting 482 to 485 once again. But this thing here, guys, next week, and I'll post those moves on my X account. I think there's a move on Nvidia for $23. So if you see Nvidia down to 435, 440, that would be the bottom range. And if this thing gets up to 480, that would be the top range on Nvidia for those expected moves that is coming out for next week. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated